it wasn't until about 4 years ago I had my son, and after I gave birth it just exploded. The whole thing just, the pain, and it just went into my face, around here to my neck, but it's mainly my eye and my scalp at the back here as well, and it just, everything just went crazy. I think my body couldn't cope. And so yeah, it's really been from there, and I've never managed to get it under control, not since. And I'm gutted, because with this, I'm so proud of myself that I'd done all this treatment and we'd done it, and then it's come back, and I've been 4 years trying to get it under control, and I can't. My biggest problem is my son. From when he was born, I tried so hard to cover up how bad it was, because I didn't want anyone to think I couldn't look after him, but I knew in my heart that it was really bad. And now the midwife came round once, and I was in a really bad way, and she's like, oh, you know, we might have to foster him to some other family, and I'm like, no, you can't do that. So we had this whole situation where my husband was trying to get me some help, and he came home one day, and my son Edward was in the playpen, and I was just on the floor, collapsed, and he said, can't do this anymore, you know, we need to get some help. So we found an emergency place at a creche, which was a really good one, and he's been in creche ever since. We moved back to England last year, and he's in a really good creche, but it's really, really hard saying goodbye to him every day. And I'm just sitting at home, you know, it's like crazy. My husband goes to work, and Eddie goes to creche, and he loves it there, and I'm kind of left thinking, this can't be it, this can't be, I have to do something, you know, like. And you go to the neurologist, and he's like, I can't help you, and I don't know what to do. And that's where I'm at the moment, is I can't live like this anymore. I can't just let my life slip away. I used to have a really good job, and I used to be really confident and just really bubbly, and now I just feel like a shadow of myself. And just recently, because I've had this vertigo really bad, in January I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom or anything, because every time I stood up I fell over, and I was rushed to hospital because I reacted to one of the tablets that they gave me for the vertigo, and I went into anaphylactic shock, and I thought I was going to die, and they resuscitated me. And I just thought, this is crazy, you know, the drugs they're giving me to help me, you know, there's so many, when is it going to stop? And I decided that day, I can't do this anymore, this needs to stop. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's interesting, because this was something happened with somebody else that I worked with last week. It was an uncontrollable
happens
movement.
Especially when you start talking about it.
Right, okay.
That sounds bizarre.
So, what's the intensity here of pain between 0 and 10?
I would say that's probably about 4, so it's not anything.
About a 4. And describe the pain to me.
It's the dull ache.
A dull ache.
Yeah, and my finger here, this one, it feels like it's got pins and needles, or somebody's just poking it a little bit just to get it going.
Right, okay. And if that had a colour, what would it be?
I would say it's red.
Red, okay. So let's just start with those, things that you've just mentioned, and we'll use them as a set-up statement. So I just want you to follow along with what I say, and I'm going to tap on your points. What I want to double check before I start tapping on your face, can I tap on this side without feeling any...
It's bizarre, it's like split in two. This is perfect, this one's crazy.
Fine. So just repeat after me, even though I've got this 4 pain.
I've got this 4 pain.
In my left hand and finger.
In my left hand and finger.
It's like a dull ache.
It's like a dull ache.
A red dull ache.
A red dull ache.
And it feels like someone's prodding my finger.
And it feels like someone's prodding my finger.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Even though
I've
got this red dull ache.
I've got this red dull ache.
In my left hand.
In my left hand.
It feels like someone's prodding my finger.
It feels like someone's prodding my finger.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. And again, even though
I've
got this dull ache.
I've got this dull ache.
This red dull ache.
This red dull ache.
In my left finger.
In my left finger.
It feels like someone's prodding me.
It feels like someone's prodding me.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
What's the emotion that you would attach to that, if that had an emotion?
say it was probably sad.
Sadness. Okay, so even though I've got this sadness in my left hand.
I've got this sadness in my left hand.
And my finger.
And my finger.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Okay. Just tell me if it's okay to tap there. Is it okay? This sadness.
This sadness.
This red sadness.
This red sadness.
This red achy sadness.
This red achy sadness.
Achy sadness.
This red achy sadness.
Okay. It's really basic, but just want to see how receptive you are really. So just check out back in with me and just tell me if the pain feels the same. And
it feels more relaxed.
It feels more relaxed. Okay, is it still doing that if you were to put your hand straight? No. Okay.
It feels much more relaxed.
Okay, so what about the intensity there now in your hand?
I'd say the pain was probably about 2 or 3.
A 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And is it still achy?
It's still achy.
Yeah, so it's a 2 or 3 ache.
Yeah.
Is it still red?
It feels a bit pink.
A pink. Okay, so even though I've got this lighter
pink dull ache
in my left hand.
It
feels calm.
It feels calm.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway. Dull ache.
This remaining pink dull ache.
This remaining pink dull ache.
You're moving your hand around there. What's going on there?
Normally, I can't look at my hand.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I have that thing where I don't like, if I look at it, then it makes it hurt.
Okay.
That doesn't sound so.
No, that's good actually, because we can use that. So.
And normally I don't look at it. I try not to look at it because it makes me feel shuddery.
Okay.
And but I feel like I want to look at it, so
Okay.
make sure that it's still there.
So when you look at it now, does it bring back the pain?
No.
Okay, so describe to me what happens when you look at it, and we'll just do a round of tapping on that. So the fear of not wanting to look at it and that kind of thing. Just give me a few sentences on
It
that.
just feels really calm. Like it just feels like a normal hand. It doesn't feel like it's. I used to think it was not part of me. It feels a lot of the time like it's not part of me. It feels good. It's still got a little bit of in the wrist. It still feels a bit pain.
Just it moved into here now because it was more.
That's exactly where it is. Where you're feeling.
Okay, so it's gone to there. So
yeah.
What's shape and a colour in here now?
A colour. This can sound bizarre, but yellow.
Yellow. Okay, good. And the intensity in your wrist?
It's probably 2.
A 2.
Yeah.
And emotion again?
I'd probably say surprise.
Okay, so even though
looking at it, yeah, even though
I've got this yellow surprise.
I've got this yellow surprise.
Is it still a dull ache actually?
It actually feels more of a tingling.
Okay, even though
I've
got this remaining yellow tingle of pain.
I've got this remaining yellow tingle of pain.
In my wrist.
In my wrist.
In that bone on my wrist.
In the bone in my wrist.
And that's okay?
And that's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Even though I've got this remaining yellow surprise.
Even though I've got this remaining yellow surprise.
In my wrist.
In my wrist.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Okay. This remaining yellow surprise.
This remaining yellow surprise.
This yellow surprise.
This yellow surprise.
This tingling surprise.
This tingling surprise.
In my wrist.
In my wrist.
This tingling surprise.
This tingling surprise.
Can't stop moving it.
I can't stop moving it.
Can't stop looking at it.
I can't stop looking at it.
He's fascinated. He's like a kid with a new toy.
He's not alien. He used to call it the Arm of Doom, you see. That was its nickname.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you're fascinated with So just checking in here for me again.
It just feels a bit tingly, and that's
a bit tingly.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that for the minute.
Okay.
Okay, because I want to get onto this area here. So at the moment it's down here and it's a 7.
It's like here. Yeah.
Right, okay. And it's a dull thumping.
It is. Yeah.
Does it still feel like the creature's in there?
No, it doesn't.
Right, okay.
It feels, again, it's really weird. It feels like my face has relaxed. So
right, okay.
I actually feel really weird with my lips right now.
Right, okay.
Because they feel really relaxed. So I feel like talking's very strange.
Well, let's just keep going with this then, okay? Even though I've got this pink thumping.
Even though I've got this pink thumping.
Pain in my lower jaw.
Pain in my lower jaw.
It doesn't feel like a creature anymore.
It doesn't feel like a creature anymore.
It just feels like a thumping pain.
It just feels like a thumping pain.
It's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
Kind of how it started.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a monster's in there anymore.
Okay. I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Okay. This thumping pain.
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 This remaining thumping pain.
This remaining thumping pain.
In my lower jaw.
In my lower jaw.
This remaining thumping pain.
This remaining thumping pain.
This remaining thumping pain.
This remaining thumping pain.
In my lower jaw.
In my lower jaw.
Okay. Just check in with it for me. So we're looking for change of colour, change of thumping, movement, anything like that.
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Is it still the same kind of thumping?
Yeah, and it's like in this bit here.
It's
But
moved.
I wouldn't say it was a thumping. I'd say it's more of an ache.
An ache.
Like this bit here.
Okay. Is it still a 7 ache?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
it's still a 7 ache.
And material. What material is that in there? Because you're sort of doing this.
I know, it's because I want to take it out.
You want
pull it.
Right. Okay. So what would it be if you were to pull it out? What would it be?
Maybe some rope, like
Okay.
a thin, like it. Yeah, it feels like something stuck in there. You want to pull it out.
Okay. Now, I want to go back to your childbirth a second, okay? I just want to go in because my mind keeps flitting back there. So, what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes for me. And can you see yourself on that particular day?
Yeah.
Is there a particular crescendo where you can remember it being excruciatingly painful? There is. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is that clip, that video?
It's probably an 8.
An 8, okay. What I'd like you to do is, it's going to sound a bit strange, but just bear with me, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to step into that picture, okay? And I want you to freeze everything except that younger version of you. Okay, and I want you to just bring her to life and let her know that you've come back.
Okay.
That you've come back to help her. What's going on with your face at the moment?
It does that sometimes.
Is it because you've gone back here though? Yeah,
Probably.
okay. So what I want you to do, I want you to just let her know you've come back to help her. Remember that you're here with me and that you're safe. Okay? And she's back there. Okay? That's okay. It's okay. Just remember that you're here with me. Okay? You're safe. We're going to go in and help her. Okay? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between what it can see now and what we can go and help her with. What are the emotions that are coming up here? What's this about?
I just feel really sad.
You feel really sad. Open your eyes for me a second. Keep looking at me a second, okay? Why don't you just put your hand on your heart for me? Can you use that hand? Is that okay? I just want you to breathe into the heart and then breathe out of the heart. So I want you to imagine that breath going into the heart and then out of the heart. That's it. Just keep focusing on that, nothing else. Breathing in and breathing out. That's it. Don't think about that event, okay? I want you to put it in a box and put it in the corner of the room. Okay? Breathing in and breathing out. Calm down a little bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're not going to go straight into it. I'm going to do so, because as soon as you went into that, your face started going. So it's obviously tied in to your face. So what I'm going to do is just take the edge off that particular day. So imagine that event is up there in a box, okay? So the thought of going back into that again, you said, will be an 8. Is that what you said? Yeah, okay. So we're just going to take the edge off. So just follow along with me. So even though I've got this 8 emotion.
I've got this 8 emotion.
And the thought of going back there.
And the thought of going back there.
Because I was scared on that day.
I was scared on that day.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And it was painful.
And it was painful.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Even though
I've
got this 8 emotion.
I've got this 8 emotion.
The thought of going back there.
The thought of going back there.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
I don't have to go anywhere I
I
don't
don't have to go anywhere I don't want to.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
Even though
I've
got this 8 emotion.
I've got this 8 emotion.
And the thought of going back there.
The thought of going back there.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
This 8 emotion.
This 8 emotion.
The thought of going back there.
The thought of going back there.
This 8 emotion.
This 8 emotion.
The thought of going back
The
there.
thought of going back there. Just say emotion.
Thought going back there.
Thought going back there.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I don't have to go anywhere I don't want
I
to.
don't have to go anywhere I don't want to.
Okay, so the box is still up there.
Okay.
I want you to tell me how intense it would be now, bringing that box closer.
I think it would be okay.
What would the intensity be there?
Probably 6.
6, okay. Check in again and see what the intensity would be now, just guess.
Probably about 2.
A 2, okay, so that's fine. So I want you to just imagine bringing the box really close.
Yeah.
And I want you to imagine just opening the box and looking at the event and tell me if anything comes up. Intensity-wise.
No.
No, okay.
No.
So once again, close your eyes for me. And I want you to just step into the picture again. So you're freezing everything except that younger version of you. I just want you to introduce yourself to her and let her know you've come back here to help her because you know that she's in a lot of pain, okay? Let her know that you're here to help. Is she okay with that?
Yeah.
Just let her know that we're going to do this tapping technique with her, okay? Because you know from today that you used it on your hand and it's felt better, okay? So just let her know that you think it might help her with the childbirth, okay? And see if she's okay with that. Is the intensity around the pain? I'm actually presuming that it's around your pain. Is that what the emotion is about?
I think it's being pain and being frightened.
Right, okay. So tapping on her where I'm tapping on you, and I just want you to ask her, is it fear or is it pain? And see what she says back to you.
It's fear.
It's fear, okay. So just tapping on her where I'm tapping on you. So you're imagining doing this in your mind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So just tapping, and I want you to imagine her saying, in your mind, you don't have to repeat it, even though I've got all this fear about giving birth, I accept myself anyway. Top of her head, all this fear. Above the eyebrow, all this fear. Side of the eye, all this fear. All this fear. Under the nose, all this fear. Under the lip, all this fear. Under the collarbone, all this fear. And just tapping inside her wrist, okay, all this fear. Get to take a deep breath in. And just check back in with her again and see how she's doing now. How intense is the fear now?
The fear is good.
Ask her what we can do. What can we do here to make this childbirth less fearful for her? What tools can we give her?
Just the reassurance that the outcome is going to be worth it.
Okay, so can you show her your son and can you also show her that you're okay? I mean, I know you have some pain now in your face, but that you're okay and that your son's okay. Just ask her what she needs and also what she needs on that particular day in order to feel safe. And just come back when you've found out and let me know.
She wants to be home in England and not in Switzerland.
Right, okay. So can you just almost sort of transport her, or actually, what is it that she would need to have there in order to feel like she was in England? Would it be family or
people speaking English?
People speaking English, okay. So
Sounds crazy.
Do you want to bring some people into that room that actually speak English?
Yeah.
Yeah? So bring some people into the room, maybe doctors or nurses, whatever it is. Maybe it's people you've met in the past that you trust, so that she can feel more supported and more safe. Let me know when you've done that. Okay. So just ask her once again, what else does she need here to feel more safe?
think she's worried that the RSD is going to come back.
That the RSD is going to come back? Okay. So can you talk to her? Can you talk to her a little bit about that? Can you tell her how we've just done a little bit of work and we've managed to sort of help your wrist? And let her know that you might have found a tool now that can help you. Just come back to me whenever you're ready. What happened there? And that just then?
I was just explaining that the pain, that although I can feel it in here, quite intense at the moment, it's come back to there, but it feels like it's evaporating. I feel like I've got this feeling that things always have to be really bad to get better, and I feel like it's surged from all over my face
into
to this one point here, and it wants to come out.
What is in that one point there? What is it? Is that fear?
I think it might be.
Okay.
I think it's...
I want you to just go in. We're going to do some work on that, okay? But I want you to just go in again, and I want you to just, because we haven't quite finished with her yet, I want you to just ask her, what belief did she make about herself on that day? Or the world?
I think maybe that she was weak because she couldn't cope in that situation very well.
Okay, and what can you show her? What can you give her? What can you say to her that will help her realise how strong she is because of what you deal with on a daily basis? Can you explain all that to her, perhaps?
I think the other emotion that she has is that she always had a negative feeling about family.
Right, okay.
And so having a family was really scary in case it went wrong, and then...
And has it gone wrong?
No.
Can you show her your family now? Can you show her your husband and introduce her to... Well, actually, she already knows your husband because you're already pregnant, but can you just show her life now with your husband, being back in England, how comfortable and safe, because you feel safe here, right? Show her what you need to show her so that she can understand that your family life is very different. Just let me know when you're finished so I know you're finished.
Okay, I'm finished.
Oh, okay. So just double check back in with her. Is there anything else that we can help her with on this particular day?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, just make sure you ask her, yeah, because it's easy for us to... Okay, so what I want you to ask her, if she could be anywhere with anybody where she felt completely safe and in control and empowered and able to cope with absolutely anything, where would she be and what would she be doing? Once she's told you, just let me know. What did she say? Where does she want to be?
She wants to be... We lived in California and had a really, really good job. Lots of friends. And it was great.
Okay, so she wants to be back there.
Yeah, in that feeling of confidence and worth and feeling good.
Good. Okay, so I want you to imagine her back there. Okay. What is the emotion that's linked in with that picture?
It's happiness.
Happiness. Okay, so I want you to imagine that happiness, that happy picture floating above the top of your crown. And I want you to imagine it's just dropping through the top of your crown into your brain, so that your brain, all the neurological connections can pick up on that information, feeling confident and happy and in control. And then when you're ready, I want you to push that picture down into your heart so that your heart can pick up on all that new information, feeling happy and confident and able to cope with anything. And I want you to imagine scanning your body. So imagine that picture's like on a photocopier. You're scanning your body all the way down through your thighs, and your knees, down your shins, to your ankles, to the tip of your toes, and then all the way back up again. Back up to the heart. And then in your own time, I want you to push that picture out in every direction into the sky, so that the universe, the matrix, the field, whatever you want to call it, can pick up on that new information, feeling confident and happy and safe and secure. Okay, so just open your eyes for me. I just want you to check in with, because it was localised here, wasn't it? Is it still localised there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what's the intensity?
So it was about 4 or 5.
4 or 5, okay. So we're just going to keep tapping through that 4 or 5, so it's not as as it was, okay.
Even though
I've got this remaining little thing in my nose.
I've got this remaining little thing in my nose.
And maybe it's a bit scared of coming out.
And maybe it's a bit scared of coming out.
Maybe I'm a bit scared of letting it go.
Maybe I'm a bit scared of letting it go.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I accept myself anyway.
I accept myself anyway.
This remaining little thing in my nose.
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 It's okay.
It's okay.
It's safe for him to leave.
It's safe for him to leave.
It doesn't need to be there.
It doesn't need to be there anymore.
It's not benefiting me.
And it's not benefiting me anymore.
Maybe it was once upon a time.
Maybe it was once upon a time.
When I was scared.
When I was scared.
But I feel less scared.
But I feel less scared now.
This remaining little thing.
This remaining little thing.
This remaining little friend.
This remaining little friend.
This remaining little painful friend.
This remaining little painful friend.
Okay, just checking in. If it's the same, it's okay to say it's the same.
You just touched my face.
Oh, on the other side.
Oh,
did it not hurt?
I didn't flinch, did I?
No.
I didn't realise you'd done it.
Oh.
And so I'm like, oh, you just touched my face.
Yeah, that's really weird. Where did I touch it? On that side?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
I didn't
did
hear
that
you.
as well.
Or anything. Because I didn't know you'd done it to start with. I didn't give you a black eye or anything. Like normally I'm like, get off.
That's really funny because I've been very aware of it.
That's so funny because you did it and I didn't.
That's really funny.
I don't even let the doctor touch my face.
Don't you? I can't believe you didn't punch me in the nose.
Because I didn't realise you'd done it. See, normally it's like really intense. I can't. Just the thought of it makes me go like this. But you just did it and I didn't notice. It wasn't until you did it the second time I thought, you're touching my face. But I didn't mind.
That's good.
It's really good.
Where is he? Is he still there?
No. There's a feeling there. There's a feeling there. But I don't think it's a pain feeling. I think it's I can't. There's a strange feeling. But it's not like a pinching pain feeling. It's just a bit weird. It just feels like, I don't know, I can't explain it.
Your eyes are so much lighter.
I feel like it feels like suddenly it relaxed and then the pain isn't there, but it feels like it's, I suppose, if you have a spot, you know, and then you get rid of it, but it's still, you can still feel it there, even though you know that you've put cream on it and you've got, you know, it's going. It feels like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Like it's easing, like it's subsiding, but it's not gonna just go poof.
Right. Okay. I'm going to leave it there because I want to see how. What I found when people leave is that during the course of the day, things, because I don't know why, maybe it's all the nerves coming back. Some people that have had cold arms, all of a sudden their arm starts coming back to life, and you know, and it's taken like sort of over a period of like a week for some people to just
for it to let go
down
and to everything to be. That it feels like it's letting go, like something's letting go, but it hasn't quite. It's not quite there yet, but it's not this very, very intense pain that my eye feels like it's going to squash.
Well, I touched your face
I
twice.
think that's really funny. That's brilliant.
But your eyes just don't look in pain anymore.
No, I feel like my face is, it feels like this side of my face is opened up. It's not crushed anymore. It doesn't feel crushed anymore. And it's like when you were touching my forehead, my head, this part of my head to start with, it was numb. But then I noticed towards the end I could really, it felt different when you were touching this part of my head.
Okay.
Because it was quite numb before.